Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Habari Live. Yes. Man, it's been a crazy week, bro. And we're going to talk about some of the craziness that's going on. But first, we're going to talk to Tiffany Haskins. She is a help coach, an empowerment coach. And she helps women to empower themselves and to empower their situations to become better people. And she's out here teaching us how to be better people. I'm Damon Dipleen Ellison and my co-host,
Aisha.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in your vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of the city. Yes. Let's get it going. Habari Live. Yeah, so where we bring you, engaging conversation and inspiring stories from remarkable individuals making a difference in our community. Today, like I said, we have Tiffany Haskins here to tell us about her company, City on the Hill. And we're going to learn a little bit about what she's doing to empower women and help those that need help and everything in today's environment. So welcome to the show, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on. So what made you start City on the Hill? What was your inspiration to get this done?
I'm a single mom, and so I see a lot of single moms in the world struggling, and their mindsets are not right.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've been through a lot this in the seasons that I've been a single mom. So I just thought that maybe I could start something like this and help a lot of women out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing that's more helpful than going through things and going through it yourself and going through the struggles that happens in life and being able to tell people how you came out of those things.
Yes.
Those are the most important people to tell others exactly what happens and what you're going to see and how you can come out of those situations looking better. Yes. It's not always a death sentence, to be a single mother. You can make it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So let me see one first question. So how did your personal journey, shape your mission to empower single mothers? What was, I know you said you're a single mom yourself, but tell us a little bit about your personal journey that really got you in the mode to want to help others and empower them.
So it all started when I became pregnant at 19. I was in one of those situations where obviously it's not a whoops, what did I do? But
right.
It was like, wow, I'm at a crossroads. What am I going to do? I was in college. I had just finished high school. So yeah. I was going in my first year of college to be an educator because I wanted to change the world. I knew that from a really young age that I wanted to help people. And so I thought, yeah,
that's the best way. Man, that's awesome, man. I mean, a lot of people don't, think about others while they're on their journey. It's not about other people. It's all about themselves. And that's pretty cool, man. Your passion for this and the passion for helping others. And not to be prying too much. How many kids do you have?
I have two boys. I have a 23-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah. The first one was out of wedlock. Well, yeah, out of wedlock. I, like I said, I was young, dumb, just in love.
Right.
And so I got pregnant really young and put myself through education. And then after I graduated, I met my husband at the time. And we had another child. We had a child together.
Yeah. So you said you had two boys?
Yep.
Oh, okay. We were looking. I thought we was guessing 3, but I guess you had some more things going on.
Yeah. Just 2.
Just
no
2 boys. So
yeah. Handle a girl, so he gave me boys.
That's cool. That's cool, man. So an empowerment coach, Tiffany dedicates her life to helping single moms thrive, navigate life's challenges, and achieve their dreams. She's here to share her story, her vision, and how she's making a difference. So we're gonna dive straight in again. Um, Single mothers often face unique challenges. What are some of the most common barriers you see, and how do you help them to overcome some of these obstacles?
So the main ones that I see is the self doubt, always questioning, can we do this? What can we do? And
Mm-hmm.
so my self journey was to build a community. That was my first realization that I needed people. Before,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm a single mom, I can do it all by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was doing it. I mean, I have a village of like family, like I had people supporting me, but
Mm-hmm.
they they don't know how to navigate it in different ways. They just are like there to support you. So I
Right.
built a community with my church,
Mm-hmm.
and then that led into mentorship, and then so
Yeah,
that's where I started.
man. That's a big conversation that we have nowadays. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I can do this on my own." We can't do this on
Yes.
our own. It's tough,
No.
man. You kids are tough, man, and
Mhm.
you need as many people in your corner as possible. It's a lot of people. I see a lot of pride nowadays with women. They don't want to accept help from anyone.
Mhm.
They don't want to listen to anyone that's giving them parental advice.
Yes,
And it's a weird world
it
where
is.
people doesn't want to listen to other people and they don't want anything to do with anyone else. And anything that's bad said about their kid or constructive, they're upset
Mhm.
and they don't want to hear it. And it's a crazy world. When back in the day, it was, when I was younger, it was just different. Everybody parented.
Mhm.
You might get a spanking from the next door neighbor, and mom wasn't gonna say anything. You know what I mean? So
That's
now you can't even tell the next door neighbor, hey, your kid's doing this. They get mad. They don't want to hear it.
right.
It's a weird place. Hey, give them those. I think that's all we have, bro. I don't know if you had you have. See if you could find it. I'm sorry, but yes. So yeah, a lot of people are having issues, taking advice from just other people.
Mhm.
So how do you get across those to come across to parenting? And some of these parents out here are kind of a little stubborn, or do you just give them all, backing and what they're doing, and just you're not really constructive on how their parenting is?
Really, it's about focusing on the person, the parent,
Okay.
because I don't really want to teach them how to parent, but I want to teach them how to take care of themselves. Because
Okay.
if you can take care of yourself, you're going to be a better person in
Okay.
general for whoever you encounter with.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and so doing the mindful practice that I implement and
Hmm.
doing the healing processes that I have in place, those are the things that I work with women on so that they can, be whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and be able to take care of their children a little bit better.
Man, I mean, you're right. It takes, you want to feel good about yourself
Mm-hmm.
to be able to help others.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to help others out if you feel horrible about you and how
Yes.
you're trying to do things, and how you're going to raise your kids if you feel conflicted about life and your path that you're taking?
Correct.
Sometimes you're going to take those things out on your kids, and it's going to
Yes.
come off, a little tough, and that's something you don't want to do.
Correct.
So we were that's talking about some of your methods. So can you take a coaching methods, except the ones we just were talking about? What's your approach to different and impactful changes for single mothers?
So like I take them through a morning routine.
Mm.
So when you set yourself up for success,
Hmm.
you just feel like you're a better version of yourself. And
Yeah.
some of the things that I implement is journaling. Getting all of the garbage out of your mind and onto paper is
Hmm.
very, very powerful. And most people don't understand that it's a powerful thing because it's so easy. They
Yeah.
want to make everything so difficult when it doesn't
Hmm.
have to be. And then I take it into a moment of silence, and I have some breathing practices that I do that just calm your mind and allow you to be like still and like
Mm.
really one with yourself
Yeah.
and in whoever your higher power is. And then do something to work out, move your body any type of way. Yep.
Yep.
Those are some of the main things that I start out with, and then we just go from there.
There
See
you
what they
go.
need.
Yeah, man. Being in shape, making sure that you feel good about yourself is definitely a great way to begin to rebuild your confidence. So your person with great confidence is going to be a great parent.
Yes.
Those things you are going to instill into your kids. And so if you're unsure about you and you're unsure about your path, You're going to be unsure about your parenting. You're going to be unsure your kids are going to not feel stable about what's going on. And that's what it's all about, man. Just instilling that into your kids for they can feel stable about where they're going and what they want to do. From day one, those are the things that we have to do as parents. So, can you share a story or a moment when you saw a single mom completely transform her life through some things that you've helped her and guidance?
So my journey is my testimony right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
really, truly, you are the most difficult person to self-discipline. So
Mm-hmm.
you start with yourself, and then once you change, then you're able to help other moms change. I do a lot of the healing modalities with the people that I know,
Mm-hmm.
and so the things that I've experienced and that they've experienced is like if they have something that they're dealing with, anxiety or pain in their body, I help them relieve it. And so I've been like told like, wow, I didn't know that was even possible.
Mm.
So those type of things is what, when you don't even know, like there's simple ways to get pain out of your body
Yeah.
and like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I've done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy.
That's
It's helpful.
exciting. I mean,
Thank you.
that's what people want. That's people want changes. And if you feel like you're teaching people, that make you feel good. That you're doing something to change lives.
Thank you.
So single moms often juggle multiple responsibilities. How do you help them manage their time and mental health while pursuing, maybe their dreams or their jobs or everything? How do you teach them to juggle these different roles as a single parent?
One step at a time. Most people don't realize, or most moms don't realize how much extra time that they do have that they're just wasting on,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be social media or watching a bunch of TV or just
Man.
those things that aren't propelling them forward. That they're just, scrolling it mindlessly on Facebook.
Yeah, he laughing because he taking shots at me right now.
Uh-huh.
He taking shots at me.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, that's what a lot of moms. But it's harder when you're a single mother. It's tough. And if you want some me time, but the kids are in there yelling and they you have to give them something constructive to do. And if you're in there just scrolling on your phone while they in there going crazy and terrorizing, they're not learning anything. You got to take a few minutes out and teach your kids and show them once they go down or once they start chilling, and you can scroll. But
Yes.
man, you gotta pay attention to your damn kids, man. People pay attention to your kids. So City on the Hill seems to be a foster a strong sense of community. How important is creating a support network for single moms, and what role does your organization hope to play in that?
So I created a City on a Hill for community. I believe in friendship. I believe in family, and I believe that when you have that close proximity of people with you,
Mm-hmm.
lifting you up,
Yeah.
and building you up, you just become a better person.
Yeah.
They say that you surround yourself with the 5 people that you want to become, and that's what I've done. And so I want to be able to help women do that, the same thing, that are struggling, that are out there just like, what do I do? Where do I start? How do I? You'd be surprised at how many women will really come beside you,
Yeah.
and really lift you up and make a way for you when you didn't have a way.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's single women catch a lot of flack out here in the social media world. A lot of people like to blame a lot of things on single women. We heard with the vice president making fun of single women, and some women who don't have kids, they're making fun of them, saying they're not really bringing anything to the planet. It's a weird environment we're in right now. And financially, a lot of single women are behind, especially single parents. They're behind in the finances. 9 times out of 10, they are the ones who are going to be struggling financially, having issues, getting money, getting jobs. What how can you teach financial independence, which is critical for single mothers? What tools or strategies do you provide to help them to hopefully gain stability and security in their lives when that it's like I said, most of the time single mothers are on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to finances?
So you teach them how to build their own dream, because if they're working towards their dream, they're going to work twice as hard, and they're going to be more more apt to succeed once you're working on your own dream. When you're working on somebody else's dream, you're not going to be able to get yourself out of that financial situation that you may be in.
Yeah, man, it's tough. You know, 'cause like I said, it's most single women are when we look at who's poor, that's going to be the number one group. You know, they're still behind. Even women who are in the professional environment, they're still behind. And when it comes to earnings and how much they earn per hour, first another man, and those are such issues that the country, you know, we were trying to work on to make better, but with the route that we're going right now, it's going to be a little harder to bring women to on the front. You know, it's tough, man. A lot of initiatives that are being put in place are going to hurt women nowadays, and you know, I just think it's sad. But we got a few more questions here. So many single moms struggle with self-worth and neglect self-care. How do you guide them to prioritize themselves and regain confidence in themselves?
That's through the journaling. That's through the mindful, like the sitting still. And once you discover your passions and your dreams, that's when you just expand and you start taking care of your body and you start, you know, focusing on your health. When you do all of those things, even if it's just the beginning of 5 minutes in the day, in the middle of the day, doesn't matter. There's always going to be an extra 5 minutes where you can just begin. And then once you begin that 5 minutes, you're going to feel like, wow, this is wonderful. And you're going to want to add more minutes. And it just takes off after that. My morning routine is now 2 hours. I started with 20 minutes and now I've built it into, you know, to 2 hours because I'm taking care of me.
Yeah.
And so I'm better for my kids that way. I'm
Definitely.
more supportive and I have better, I don't yell anymore. My kids hate when I yell, so I don't yell anymore.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, do anything like that. So we have like real conversations
Right.
now. So
Yeah, man.
Because I changed myself.
I think that's a big part. I don't think that a lot of parents look within themselves and try to fix things that they have got into a rut of doing. And these are the norms now, that you wake up yelling and screaming at your kids. You scream at them for an hour or two, and we don't realize what those things do to the kids. It's they have high anxiety. They're you know, they're not working well with others. You know, it's all type things that we have to realize sometimes as parents that we're doing. You have to check yourself and say, hey, let me stop yelling at these kids like this. Let me stop being crazy. Let me figure out a different way to communicate so to get my point across. And I always hated yelling. My mother was a big yeller, rest her soul, but she loved yelling and screaming and hollering. And there's nothing that turned me off more than that. I didn't want to hear it. You know, as soon as she started talking and saying things, I want to just cut it off. It didn't even matter what she said, you know. Yep. That's the way it is. And I think that a lot of parents, you got to remember how it was when you were a kid. It's like we forget, you know, we reach our 20s and 30s, 40s, and we don't remember anymore. You know, it was a big part of our life. We remember how lost. You got to remember how lost and helpless you felt as a kid. So you have to think about those things. Yes. So, what's next for City on the Hill? Are there any new programs, events, or partnerships that you're excited about? What's your next move?
So right now, yes, I'm creating a program that is going to be a 6-week program. I have a master class that is happening on Monday. It's a free master class, and I'm going to teach some of the tips and tricks that, you know, I've mentioned here. And it's going to be on Monday at 5 p.m. So, yeah.
Where's it located?
It's going to be on my Facebook page.
Okay, so it's going to be live. Okay, you're just going to go live and talk for sure. Yeah. So your mission is to build up a nice coalition of people where you can start doing more events, doing more stuff where you can reach out to the public and everything. Yes, most definitely. So then, if you ever need anything, need any help, make sure to reach out to us. We can do as much as we can to help you because we believe in what you're doing and think that this is always good for women and people that are struggling to get help to empower themselves and get more motivation. That's always good. Yes, so last one is we want to get some what's your advice for single moms? What's the most important piece of advice you would give a single mother who feels stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure how to move forward?
Get in a community. Surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up. That is the biggest thing. That's where I started my journey, and that changed my life completely. And then I got into mentorship. I found somebody that was willing to teach me things that I did not know. And when you expand your awareness, your world is completely changed.
Yeah, man. That is real. That is real. So, yeah, man, Tiffany, we really appreciate you stopping in. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take a photo here. But thank you so much, Tiffany, for your sharing your wisdom and your passion for empowering single mothers. Your work with City on the Hill is making such an impact, and we're honored to have you here on Habari Live. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with more. Be a couple minutes.
Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Habari Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it.
Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fried shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison.
Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Habari Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it.
Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fried shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread.
Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Habari Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it.
Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fried shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, man. Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful Habari news footage.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison.
Sponsored by no one. If you do want to sponsor Habari Entertainment or Habari Live, the podcast, please contact us at info@habarientertainment.com. We will make a specialized package for you and make sure that you're getting the marketing that you need or whatever things that you need. So, man, this week has been crazy. It's been insane, man. It's been a crazy, crazy week, man. The first week of Trump. Um, it's the first things I think of is that um, this is what I didn't want. One of our videos that got the most views. I think 250,000 views. 200,000 views, whatever.
206.
We were discussing how I did not want to see the government being ran via social media and tweets, whatever the fuck they are. My bad. But we we didn't want to see that, man. And it begins, and I'm not gonna lie, man. It's the same as last time, but I feel like it's a little crazier than his last inauguration. One thing about Trump, man, is it's going to be every day, man. Every single day, we're going to get news from this dude. Every single day, there's going to be something that he's doing.
Multiple times a day.
He's going to be going in on people. It was having Biden in office. It was pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hear from Biden much at all. We didn't have to hear Biden. He didn't tweet. He didn't go on social media. He was chilling. So it's going to be jarring to get back into this cycle of 24/7 news and updates about Donald Trump. I was looking at my news scroll today, and every story was about Trump. Every single one. I mean, this, and then the things that from his inauguration day, the news from that day, to seeing all the tech billionaires sitting behind him, them all the oligarchs being happy about Trump being back in there because he's gonna give them all tax breaks, and they're happy about that. And then we got the Elon Musk. We had the Heil Hitler from Elon that a lot of people are trying to take up for this week. We had a lot of people, even Netanyahu came out and said it was disgraceful that we were saying that this man put up a Heil Hitler. They said that he wasn't doing it. So, man, we got a different man. People who see things differently, they really saw that as just him sending his heart out. He did this twice.
3 times.
It was just twice. But if you look at people who do the Hitler sign, they do it exactly the way he does it. They do it from the heart first, and then they do that. So to me, man, it was 100%. Some people, they want to be behind Elon. They like him, so they want to take up for him. So they're gonna say he wasn't doing this. But man, this crazy times, bro. All the initiatives that he brought in for DEI, all the people that he's firing, all the DEI people, the employees that worked for DEI, he's put them on leave. They're probably going to be fired also. Keep Mexicans, deport blacks. Here we go, bro. God damn it, fucking racist. Anyway, man, I was watching a guy who was a Mexican dude. He posted that same thing. I woke up Mexican, but at least I wasn't an N-word. And the racism on Facebook is just coming out the woodworks.
Isn't it though?
Hey, but this is what they want, free speech. Free speech means that they get to say the N-word and call you all type names, and they're not joking, man. They're doing it fast, and they're doing what they can do, man, to make sure that this hate is everywhere. But I just wanted to, what other stories popped out that we can talk about real fast. It's just so many, man.
It was so many.
It's so many. It's just so much shit, man. It's hard to keep up with so many stories that's coming in so fast. We're just, we're just. Am I from Texas? You can show that one. Are you from Texas? You asking me? No, I'm not from Texas. We're in Arizona here, Josh H. But let's get straight to these stories, man. I'm gonna go straight into some of the stuff that's been going on, man, and some of the things that we just really been focusing on as a company and as a people, watching this shit all week unfold. So first, we're gonna talk about some of the Trump's executive orders. and the ones that was the more worrisome, and some of them are worse than you can imagine, man. I know a lot of people have heard this stuff, but we just want to talk about it and give you guys our opinion on what's going on, man, on some of these things. So welcome to Habari News, where we uncover the truth and dig deep into the stories shaping our nation. Today, we need to talk about the first days of Trump's return to Oval Office, and it's been just concerning. It's downright alarming.
You're right, Damon. On his very first day back in office, Trump wasted no time.
You might have to move that one.
It's
cool.
He wasted no time signing an unprecedented number of executive orders.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, he also canceled 78 of President Joe Biden's executive orders, targeting areas like diversity, equity, inclusion, also known as DEI, climate change, green energy, COVID-19 relief. And these decisions could have far-reaching consequences. And they're already sparking outrage across the country.
Yeah, man. We've seen protests already. We had protests on his inauguration day. We've had protests here in Phoenix. We've had protests around the globe against this man's presidency. Around the globe. Now, we haven't went as far as conservatives and rushed the Capitol and tried to hang people, but they definitely have been protesting against this man coming back into office. I wish that all these people had this energy while we were yelling and screaming and trying to get them to vote. I wish they cared more then.
Right.
It's insane that liberals care now after fucking 2 years of us trying to get them to pay attention to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wanted to pay attention. Everybody jokes funny, ha ha, laugh, giggle.
That's not what he's gonna do.
Dog,
he's not gonna do that.
Dog, I remember people trying to say that Kamala Harris and Trump are about the same anyway. That was their logic.
How?
That was their logic.
How were they the same?
Because, man, people's memories are so fucking short. Nobody has a memory longer than fucking a year. They stupid. We are stupid people when it comes to that, man. 4 years and everybody forgot about the bullshit that we had to deal with Donald Trump for all this time. You don't remember him being in the office?
Which is the reason why people overwhelmingly voted for Biden.
Right. Right, man.
The bullshit we had to go through.
White people aren't your enemy. The people voted and chose Trump. Boy, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. Nobody has said that white people is our enemy.
The world is laughing at this clown Trump show.
Definitely, David. The world is laughing. We are definitely being mocked. In Panama, they were burning flags, stopping on flags. In Greenland, they're laughing at us. In Denmark, President Trump had a phone call with the leaders of Denmark, and he argued with them, made them feel like they're trash. So now they feel as though that they need to put troops in Greenland. Like, these are things that's not going to help our grocery prices going down.
Right.
This is what you Trump voters said to us every single day. Groceries are going to be cheaper.
Gas is
going to be cheaper. Remember when Trump was in there, it was cheaper.
He's going to make gas and groceries cheaper on day one.
That's what you said. Day one.
He's
going to stop.
5 days.
Nah, he ain't did shit. We all know he ain't going to do shit. But, that's the type shit we have to deal with. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore. They just spew what they've been told or heard on the news. Hey, man, if you just watch Fox News 24/7 and that's the only media or news that you watch, you definitely going to have some issues.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many publications, there's so many news companies that you can go to and get information from. If you see it from CNN, you can go to ABC, NBC, CBS. You can go to all these places and see if this information is true that you're dealing with. You don't have to just believe the first thing you see. But that's what we do nowadays. And some people don't even change it off their news. They're just like 24/7. They're on CNN or they're on Fox, and that's all they watch. Watch other things, watch other publications, watch other people. See how the information's coming out. When you start watching other things other than Fox, you might find out something. It's like this dude was out there talking to these Trump voters, and he asked him, had he seen anything about the January 6th insurrection, and had he seen any video of the insurrectionists tearing it up, beating up people. The guy said no. I've been watching Fox News for 4 years. I ain't seen none of that shit. Fox don't want you to see that. All of us other people are flabbergasted that this dude hasn't seen this video. Like, what? You haven't, but Fox don't want you to see it. That makes their guy look bad. This is state-run media, like in Russia and China. That's state-run. They're not going to say anything bad about their king. They can do anything, and they're never going to say anything bad. They're not going to air anything bad. That is not fair and balanced news. Like, what is going on when the news is straight up? Like, that's why we need the fairness doctrine back. We need the news under the law, federal law, that they have to bring in a Democrat just as long as they bring in a Republican. If a Republican talks for 20 minutes, a Democrat has to talk for 20 minutes. We can't just keep doing this shit, man. It's going to tear our country apart. It's already doing it. It's tearing it apart at the fabric. People want to fight. People ready to protest. This is bad. The first weekend, we've already seen ICE agents get killed in on the Canada border, shootout. We've already seen in Chicago, they're trying to go into the schools and they wouldn't let them in the school because they're trying to get little kids so they can deport them. They're going into churches. People at church don't even want to go to church because they're scared to go to church and worship because ICE agents might be waiting for them. This is the America, man, y'all voted for.
Yep.
Everyone's scared. People are in fear. Black people scared because they think their jobs are going to be taken away because the companies are dropping DEI initiatives. We already have issues getting hired in this country. We already have issues with equality. And they're sitting here hollering reverse racism. Mm-hmm. Like black people are getting hired just for being black and white people are being left out. Mm-hmm. Why do y'all still make up all of the workforce? Why do y'all still make all the money? Average black person worth $44,000. Average white person is 3 times more than that. We're blaming DEI initiatives for everything. Fire in California, they hollering, oh, it's DEI. How the fuck is it DEI? DEI doesn't do anything but make sure that a person who is minority, they have a chance. They have the same chance as the person that isn't. We're not going to discriminate against you. That's all it is. And these people just blame everything, man. It's unbelievable.
All right, let's take a look at some of the comments.
It's
Happy
crazy.
Gilmore said the Democratic Party makes things worse. David said the notion that Trump is going to make a whole entire nation go back to the 1970s.
1790s.
1790s. That's laughable.
I mean, he's trying, bro. He's trying. He is trying. Go
Happy
to that
Gilmore
next one. Happy Gilmore again. Let's see what he got to say because his posts haven't been too happy.
The same insurrection you're speaking of. Watch the video, everybody. You'll see the cops walking the raiders through the building, unlocking the doors.
Man, yes, Mr. Happy Gilmore. There were some situations where some of the police officers didn't want to fight, and they were like, "Fuck it, let them in."
Yep.
They didn't want to fight, so they just let them in. So you're right. Yeah, some did just let them in, but we did see the fighting. So we're not going to act like that didn't happen just because there was some video of some cops who just let them in.
DEI is not a scam.
Oh, man.
It's crazy he can't see the hypocrisy in what he's saying. Dude, you think your news networks don't hide or censor information to highlight Biden and Kamala?
Oh, man. No. CNN and most all other publications, they are more fair and balanced than Fox is. They're gonna report when Biden does something like pardon his son and his family, and they're gonna say, "Hey, that wasn't right for them to do that. That wasn't correct for them to pardon his family." Everybody knows, even though Trump is coming after his family and removing security details from a lot of people.
And even though Trump pardoned his family during his
Oh,
first
yeah,
term,
yeah, I know. Yeah, we know.
we're not going to talk about that though.
Yes, everybody watches. More people watch mainstream media, bro. Just because all you people are stuck on Fox doesn't mean that it's not being watched. All these companies, man, are doing fine, bro. You to think that you can just watch Fox News and then you're more informed than everyone else is crazy. That's insane to think that you know more and you only getting your information from one place. I watch Fox News. I see how they doing shit. I watch they shit and see how they doing. I do it. I watch it. But you don't watch anything but Fox. So how are you more informed than anyone else? You're not. What's up, Elijah? What's going on, man? Appreciate you watching.
Happy Gilmore said, America needs to focus on Americans. Let's take care of our homeless veterans before we take care of immigrants for free and house them.
Well, the thing is, bro, Happy, you're not a very happy person, though. I'm gonna tell you that. We take care of everyone.
That's why we have the Statue of Liberty.
Everyone. You know how it says, bring your homeless masses, you're tired, you're tired, you're huddled, you're whatever the hell the thing says. That's what America is built on, bro. America's foundation is helping others. That's why they brought us the Statue of Liberty, because we were about helping everyone, no matter where you came from. What the fuck do you mean, what's Fox News? You know what Fox News ran by Rupert Murdoch, the company that's owned by Rupert Murdoch, the Australian, the guy who is pure right-wing news. Then we got Elon Musk. He owns Twitter. You guys are running media now. So now, you know, everything was, the media sucks, the media. But now, with Rupert Murdoch and Zuckerberg going right, and Elon, you guys are the people that's running media now. So you guys have more power in media than anybody. You've made others remove anything that's going to keep you from saying the N-word and all these things off website, because you guys wanted this free speech so bad. You want to say the N-word so bad. So they're letting you say it on the line online now. Y'all won. You got the elites in your corner. Y'all got the richest people in the world in y'all corner, and you still pointing at the Democrats talking about the elites. Y'all been fooled. You're dumb. Trump is a billionaire. He's an elite. Y'all talking about the elites. Like, bro, get with it. Y'all need to figure some shit out in life. The elites is the dude you just voted in. Dude got $6 billion. And he making more money off y'all. Anyway, do you think there shouldn't be any limitations on how many people can come through the border each year? I do not think that people should be coming here illegally. I agree with that. I think every Democrat agrees that we should not have people coming in here illegally. If you want to work, come the legal way. It's no problem. People that's coming here the illegal way, Biden, but he deported more people than Trump did in his 4 years. Biden deported more people. So, you know, we can sit around and talk about all this shit. More billionaires. No, you're wrong, Mr. Harris. More billionaires back Trump. The richest people in the fucking world was behind him. How can you say that? When the 5 richest people in the world was with Trump, how can you say something like that? That's a disgrace, man. Y'all live in a fucking bubble.
And one of those richest people were paying people in Pennsylvania to go register to vote for Republican. He was paying them $1 million. One of those richest people.
Right. Elon Musk used to be a Democrat. Well, Elon Musk, you know.
Trump used to be a Democrat too, just so you know.
He definitely was. Trump was definitely a Democrat for way longer than he was a fucking Republican. But Elon Musk, he aligns with the principles of racism with the Republicans. They don't agree on much. Like Elon Musk, he believes in climate change. That's why he built his car.
That's why he got Tesla.
That's why he have Tesla. But he does agree that black people shouldn't be hired in situations where other white people could be hired more. He agrees. He don't think that black people can be pilots. He don't think that black people can do anything. He hates trans people because his son or slash daughter is trans, and he hates that. So he's with the Republicans. It's y'all don't align on much else because he believes in the HB1 and bringing in people from other countries. Republicans don't believe that. They believe white people can only do these jobs.
Yep.
He believes HB1 visas are cool. The right, they don't believe that. They don't want these Indians
Didn't
in here.
they just announce that in
Go
the
ahead,
fiscal
switch, bro.
year of 2024, Elon Musk used almost 800 H-1B visas
Yeah,
and
most
brought
definitely.
people in to
Yeah.
work his companies? Almost
sure.
800 of those visas.
Mhm.
So 800 immigrants that Elon is paying for to work his jobs
Mhm.
because he doesn't think black people are smart enough to be engineers at his company or to work for him.
DEI hires shouldn't be fucking pilots. So black people can't be pilots, AJ? Black people can't learn how to fly planes? We're too stupid? We're too dumb? Because you're not going to be able to fly the fucking plane.
He just said whites are smarter and better, should get the jobs.
Right, exactly.
That's how y'all think.
You're a racist piece of shit. That's what you are. You're a racist piece of shit, bro. Whites are not smarter than fucking anybody. No, race does not tell you're smarter than someone. But that's the type shit y'all want. Because that's the way y'all been thinking since slavery.
But I
we're
bet
smarter
AJ don't
than
even
them.
have an education
Man,
higher than high
JD
school.
Baker, go suck. Man, do you suck, bro? For real. Get the fuck off the page. Get off the page, bro. For real. Stop showing your fucking comments. Stop showing his comments. Get him the fuck out of here. Sick of these fucking racists, bro. Get on my damn nerves. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna have to look more into that. You say 83 billionaires supporting, so it was between 30. But to me, him having the all of the richest people in the world behind him should disqualify this argument of the elites.
Africa is the original urban center. That's why everyone left it. No, we didn't leave. We were
What are you
taken.
talking about? Africa is one of the most populated places on the earth. What are you talking about, dog? You just saying, why do we get so many races, man? God damn. Oh, man. Anyway.
You guys will always be on the plantation.
Oh my
God. That's how racist pieces of shit think.
Don't show that shit, man. Let's break down some of these moves, starting with his renaming efforts. Trump issued an executive order renaming the Gulf of Mexico, and the rest of the world laughed at us as the Gulf of America. The White House justified this by claiming it's in the national interest to honor our extraordinary heritage and ensure future generations. Celebrate American heroes.
You just want to celebrate white people.
Man, that's some dumb shit.
I mean, that's not all. Trump also signed an order to rename Denali, the tallest mountain in the U.S., back to Mount McKinley, undoing decades of progress made by indigenous people. The Kuyukan people, whose traditions and culture are tied to the name Denali, fought for years to have the mountain recognized with its original name.
Right.
This reversal just feels like a deliberate dismissal of indigenous voices. And I'm not surprised that Orange Face is willing to do something like this.
Yeah, man, it's a damn disgrace, man. I mean, he just changed the name of that mountain. He didn't care nothing about the reasons why they changed this mountain's name. They changed it because it fit more with the people who are from the area, the indigenous people. But fuck them. Let's name it after some white president dude. Fuck the fucking indigenous people.
Yeah,
we don't care about
give honor to an American hero. The American hero is the Denali. It's the indigenous
Those are the people. We've already disgraced them for fucking decades. And we can't name a mountain after them in their own land? We took and murdered all of them?
No. We didn't take it. These white motherfuckers took it.
America took it. We're Americans, so that's the way it is, unfortunately.
White people took it and then brought slaves. They brought the black people and said, here, y'all need to go do work our plantations and build our stuff for us while we sit back and chill.
Look up Biden put lithium mines. Look up Biden put lithium mines in India buried ground. Bro, I'm not going to play this game of tick for tack that you motherfuckers love to play. We have a president that's in there right now that has just removed all DEI protections from black people from 1965 in the federal government. I'm not going to play this tick for tack game with y'all, man. The government does a lot of things that I don't agree with. But when it comes to racial things and cultural things, President Trump is acting a fool. Now, I know a lot of people be like, oh, Democrats talk about race. Well, Democrats are a very diverse group, and they care about some of the things that black people and Mexican people go through. The Republicans don't care about nothing but billionaires, just like he's going to take Medicaid. He's going to take Medicaid.
So if you take insulin, if you're a diabetic,
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to my mama the other day, and one of the guys that she currently cares for is a CNA.
Mm-hmm.
His diabetic medication is $1,200 per month.
Wow.
And Biden capped it at $35 a month.
Right.
So he would have saved well over $1,000 a month,
man,
on just his insulin.
Right.
But guess what? Trump said, fuck you and your insulin. It's going back, and you're going to continue to pay $1,200 per month.
But it's the people like AJ that's on here that's talking about, black people don't deserve the jobs and all these things and all the racist stuff they keep saying.
He better hope he don't become a diabetic or need
right.
Medicare.
Exactly.
You better hope you don't need food stamps or Meals on Wheels.
That's right.
When you get old.
Because these things are out here and people can't afford their insulin. They're out here dying. And this dude gonna raise the prices. And y'all are clapping.
You better hope you don't have to go to the hospital and need a life-saving medication for the rest of your life.
Man. It doesn't matter, George, if more billionaires contributed to Harris. It doesn't matter when you have the 6 richest people in the world behind you. When you're implementing changes and you're only thing that you're doing it for is to get rich people more tax breaks. Harris didn't run on tax breaks for the rich. She ran on a middle class tax break. And y'all said, fuck that. We don't need a middle class tax break. We need more tax breaks for the rich. The rich people need more breaks, is what y'all said. So when this dude started taking in your Medicare and your Medicaid for his buddies can get more tax breaks.
Or how about when he takes your mom's and your grandma's ability to pay for their health insurance?
Mm-hmm. Switch up.
What if what's going to happen when Trump takes away your moms and grandmas and your siblings who may have a pre-existing condition, and he says, nope, sorry, you're just not going to be covered.
Right.
And then you're trying to fight the insurance companies trying to get covered.
Right.
To have your care taken care of.
Right. Right. Exactly. So the next program that Trump wanted to get right was DEI programs and a federal job freeze on DEI people that work in the DEI section. One of the most shocking orders is Trump's elimination of DEI programs across all federal departments and agencies, but he didn't stop there. His administration plans to compile a list targeting federal contractors with DEI initiatives. Let's be clear about what this means. Minority-owned businesses, which already receive a disproportionately low share of federal contracting dollars. We already don't get shit. We get like 1.5% of the federal dollars.
Yep.
We don't get shit, bro. We don't get none of the federal contracts. And they want to make sure we get even less. What the fuck was DEI doing, man? It was a great move. Yeah, man, because we know y'all racist, George. I know y'all love it because y'all racist, bro. Y'all don't want to see black people fucking succeed. You think that your problems and the reason why you live in your bomber's basement, George, is because some black dude got a job.
Yep.
That's what y'all think. The reason why you live in your basement with your mama is because a black dude is doing better than you. So what the fuck is going on? We need to figure out how to get that. No, DEI does not perpetrate racism, you fucking idiot. DEI just makes sure that the field is fucking fair. We live in a diverse country. We should have diverse workforces. 99% of the workforce should not be fucking white. If 13 to 15% of the country is black, over 50% of this country is a fucking minority. And y'all think that everything's supposed to just be white people? Y'all have lost, man. Y'all lost.
That's why they're fighting so hard.
Right.
They're fighting so hard because they are no longer the majority in the country.
Mm-hmm.
They are mad their white women are going to minorities and
That's
having
real.
minority kids.
That's real. As a black man myself, you need God. Okay. Dude, God.
What he gonna do?
God was a fair man, and God didn't look at race.
He helped everybody.
The DEI has inclusion in the words. Y'all are getting mad at the word inclusion. We're gonna be inclusive to everyone.
Everybody. That's
if
what's
you're
making
black,
them mad.
white, purple, green, yellow, you will get a chance to get this job as long as you meet the criteria
You
that
got
is
an
needed.
equal opportunity to get that job.
But they think DEI means some black guy who's going to be flying planes, never flew one before. He just got the job because he's black. That's what they believe. They're stupid enough to believe that companies are putting motherfuckers in positions that they're not supposed to be in just because they're black. Wow.
When 98%,
Switch the camera.
when 98% of our Fortune 500 companies in America
Mm-hmm.
are ran by white men.
Right.
Out of all the Fortune 500 companies,
Mm-hmm.
there's only 2.
See
that?
It's 5.
2.
It was 95%. 95%. Only 5% were black. It's a very, very low number, man. And y'all are saying that this is fair?
Right.
How is DEI making it fair? DEI wasn't even really making it fair because all of the jobs, top jobs, are still going to a certain different demographic.
White people.
White men. DEI has helped white women the most. They don't like to hear that. But the persons who have came up the most from affirmative action, DEI, is white women. But, you know, they don't like that either. They don't like to see white women come up. They want them to under their foot too. You know, it's these white men that live in their mom's basement. They can't get their life together. They just want to blame everybody. This shit's crazy. So anyway, we'll now face even more challenges, man. It's never not been merit, George. It's always been merit. It's merit plus we're going to be inclusive to all. The word discrimination is anti to the word DEI. Do you not understand that? Do you not get that the word discrimination is anti versus the word DEI? They're like oxymorons. They're exact opposite of each other. DEI is saying we're not going to discriminate. We're not going to look at your color and say, hey, you're not getting this job. That's what DEI means. Y'all want discrimination and y'all trying to hide behind bull. It was a meritocracy. I would be rich and Elon Musk would be right. It was a meritocracy. You already know. You already know Neptune Red. You already know. It's not the way it is. To control the white women, they went after abortion. Yep. You're right. Because if they can keep them pregnant, they can keep them out of the fucking workforce.
Yep. And not only that, if they can keep white women from having abortions, that puts more white babies in the community. But what they fail to see is that white women are dating minorities. They're having kids with minorities.
Man, look.
The country is becoming more brown.
Already the kids. There's more brown kids already than white kids already right now. That happened like 5 years ago. So this country is going to be more and more diverse.
That's why they're fighting so hard for this.
We all know it. We all know it.
But you know.
We all know it.
And if you're waiting to hear back about a federal job that you applied for, don't hold your breath. Trump has frozen federal hiring effective immediately and lasting at least for 90 days.
How does this help our country, man?
This decision leaves job seekers in limbo, puts an additional strain on an already understaffed government agency.
Let me see. Z says, I own my own home. I make good money. I live in the South and my family has stayed together. That's what you need to be fighting for. It will change the future for our people. I don't know what you're trying to say, but yeah, man, we do want to have more wealth. That's definitely something that all people should be going for. That's the American dream, to own your home, your family, to be in a place where they can succeed, where they can go to college and make something out of their lives. That's what all people want. Black, white, green, purple, yellow. Everybody wants that, man. We want a chance to be able to succeed. Everybody wants that. And to say that we are not qualified and we can never be qualified is the reason why we have so many problems in this country. Racism runs people's mind. You just automatically think just because a person's skin is darker that they're not smart. And that's ridiculous. If you don't look at yourself in the mirror and understand, blacks did historically better under Trump. Bro, no one did better under Trump. I mean, dog, what are you talking about? We had a negative on jobs under Trump. We lost 250,000 jobs, if I'm not mistaken. So how are we doing better when more people lost jobs under Trump? How does that work, bro? How are we doing better when we was almost in a recession under Trump? How? I don't understand how we're doing better. That is not true. You are saying that by saying we need DEI because we live in a country where people want to call me the N-word on my board and tell me I'm dumb. That's why we need DEI. Because racists think that they're better than people because their skin is white. That's why we need DEI. It's not just because the discrimination is going to hurt the white man. Nah, man. Discrimination hurts y'all because y'all have been discriminated against people since for 400 years in this country. That's why discrimination is an issue, because people have been doing it, making sure that black people are poor. We don't want to talk about all the laws that's been put in place to try to make sure that we don't get anything. Yep. I voted for Trump, but I made that choice based on the information I had. I don't have your life experience, and DEI does make sense in some situations. Hey, man,
I think he's the first sensible person that's come into the comment section.
Yeah, man. I respect that, Logan. Hey, man, look, some people voted for Trump. I may not agree with Trump and everything, but you have to be able to say what things are wrong and what things are incorrect, man. You can't just agree with everything the king says. I voted for Biden, but there was definitely things that he did that I disagree with. But it seems like when it comes to Trump, he can do nothing wrong to these Trumpers. And I respect that you can say, man, maybe we made a bad decision on that. Because, the way it's making black people and minorities feel in this country when he attacked acts and programs that was in place since 1965, when people were marching and getting beat and getting lynched and dogs eating them up and everything else that was going in Alabama to Mississippi to California and Oakland and all these places that was having all this suffering, all this discrimination that was going on. People having to sit at lunch counters to try for we can eat what we want. We couldn't get jobs. They have to march to Washington it was a march for jobs. That's what that march was with Martin Luther King. For jobs, because we couldn't get work. They didn't want to hire black people, man. And now in today's landscape, we're doing more and more to make sure that black people don't get shit. What kind of shit is that? So now the next thing that he did is attack on LGBTQ plus rights and trans protections. Trump orders also directly targeted the LGBTQ community. He's mandated that federal agency only recognizes two genders, male and female, which cannot be changed. This will affect everything from passports to federal employment records. It's also rescinds protections for transgender individuals put in place by Biden, stripping away years of progress. It's ridiculous, man.
And let's not forget that trans people make up just
0.5% of the population.
Yet, they're frequently scapegoated into political rhetoric.
Switch the camera, bro.
This executive order only adds fuel to the fire, reinforcing dangerous myths and putting marginalized groups of people at greater risks.
It's insane, man. I was arguing with people online. Let's switch it up, bro. And dude was saying that this is a good move. And I was explaining to him that some people are born with both genders. There are some people who are born with a penis and vagina. I know it's hard for people to understand, but those people are born. So sometimes those people, when they're getting to a certain age, they have a choice to have an operation to decide which way they're going to go. Now, what are you going to call these people? This dude tried to tell me that these people who are born with both don't matter because they're just a small percentage of the country. But the trans, even though they're only 0.5% of America, we making all these laws for these people. They're so scared that somebody is going to go in the bathroom with their daughter and rape their daughter. I'm like, dog, post me a story of that happening one time. Just give me a story of a dude that was trans that went in and raped a little girl. I just want to give me one. I understand with the swimmer that he was swimming and beating women and they let him do this shit. I kind of disagree with those things too. It's like I said, man, the liberals doesn't always 100% with everything. Maybe it shouldn't be men who just had that operation in sports. If you've had testosterone in your body for long lengths of time, then it's unfair for you to go and be going against women. I agree with that. But do we have to make things like, oh, it's only a woman and a man, when we know biologically there are other situations where people are born differently? So, I mean, I don't, it's tough, man, to be so, oh, it's just this or that. When the world is never that. It's never black or white. It's always gray. There's always gray areas. And we're doing a bad job of helping these people, man. These people already have it hard. And we're just doing everything we can to blame everything on trans people. Like I said, I agree. They probably shouldn't be in sports. Men shouldn't probably, just like the Olympics. If you have a certain amount of testosterone in you, they will not let you get into the Olympics because it's unfair that you have this much more testosterone than another woman. Mm-hmm. So if you have these limits of testosterone, they won't let you get in. I understand that. That's called fair. That's called fair. And I'm with that. But just to say, hey, there's only women and men, it's incorrect. And we should not be making decisions without scientists, gynecologists, and biologists making these decisions on what's going on. And we should be talking to them, not a stupid ass president and stupid ass people online trolling everybody. So withdrawing from the next one, we're going to go to the next one, man. Oh, let's read a couple comments. Salute OG. Go up a little bit. Scroll up, yeah. I live in California and the citrus crops. Yeah, show that one. I live in California and the citrus crop right now has no one to work the fields. 75% of the migrants have not showed up this year.
Because they're scared Trump's going to deport them. They're literally scared for their life.
Oh, man.
I don't blame them for not going to work.
That is sad, bro. And what are we going to do, man? What are we going to do about that? Go ahead, switch it.
So who is that going to hurt? That's going to hurt us, right?
Yeah.
Because if they're not in the fields working those fields, if they're not in their fields working those fields, picking those crops and harvesting those crops, that food and that produce is not coming to our grocery stores. It's not getting placed on our tables. That's hurting us. Yep. Therefore, the prices of everything we're going to pay for is going to go up higher.
Yep. This is not helping us, man, at all. It's not helping us.
Switch.
What's the next one? What's the next one under that one? The California one. There we go. Trans people also object and conflict with most people's religious beliefs. You can't push that. Well, they're not trying to make you become trans, bro. They just want to live within their own skin and be able to be who they want to be. And we're not letting them do that.
Just like you want to be accepted for who you are, they want to be accepted for who they are.
That's all they want, man.
That's all it's about.
I mean, there's people who think differently. There's people who live differently. We have to be okay with those people living life the way they want to be lived. All right, what's the next one under that? Salute OG, what's up? Pray for Keezy. The racists love to be racist, and they say to judge by character, not color. Right. It's crazy to see them start, oh, we should be merit-based, and then in the same sentence say black people can't do the shit. Like, dog, you can't be this racist and then try to fall back and say, oh, DEI sucks, and then be racist. You're proving the point of why DEI was needed. You saying things like black people can't fly airplanes proves the point why we needed DEI. Anybody can fly an airplane, man, as long as they're taught what they need to do if they pass the test and they do everything they need to do in the training, then yes, they can fly a plane. Just because it's DEI don't mean that black people get to go in there without the proper training and not passing the proper test. If you can't pass the fucking test to fly if you can't get on the airplane simulator and do what you need to do, you're not going to get the fucking job. You're not going to get the job. And if it don't matter if you're black, green, yellow, purple, white, if you can't do it, you don't deserve the job. But if you can do it, you deserve an opportunity. And if you get that opportunity, you deserve an opportunity to move up to captain, to move up to administrator. It shouldn't just be a dead-end job for you because you are a minority. That's what DEI is. That's all. It doesn't mean that that merit doesn't count. They're so goofy. Merit counts. You have to have workplace experience. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be educated in the job that you're doing, or you're not getting the job. Just come in there and be like, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm black. I know you guys had DEI, so I'm black. I'm here. Let's run it. That's not how it works, man. I can't believe y'all even think that happens. I mean, it's crazy that the president thinks that that's what's going on. He's telling people to rat on each other if you see anything DEI going on. Like, dog, what? So they love to discriminate against as many groups as they can. They're too dumb to understand they're getting divided and conquered by politicians. Well, they love it, man. They love it. They love it, Mr. Neptune. They loved it because it makes them feel better about themselves if they can put down another group and say that they're not good enough. That's the way it is. Oh, Canada, will you let us go down to the states where fascism grows, respect our borders and Canadian ways, don't trade away our children's fates, don't trade away our children's days. No way. Hey, man, Canada don't want nothing to do with us.
At all.
They like their health care. Even though I know all Republicans love to say that their health care sucks, they have to wait. Well, at least they're not dying like we are because we can't afford anything. We can't afford the medicines. We can't afford the operations because they're so expensive. Canada has a better system than us, and they're not coming to America. They don't want nothing to do with this place and all these crimes. Canada has their crime together. They're not shooting each other every other day like we are. I guess by Trump saying he's firing DEI employees, he really means he's firing all blacks in positions of power. Well, we can't just say that DEI employees are all black because there's all type people that work in DEI. But he is attacking the system that tries to stop discrimination in the workforce. So by him taking away these protections, he's making it easier for people to be able to discriminate. Just the words they love to use and say DEI is discrimination when it's in the word, it has inclusive and diverse. That means everyone. So it's hard for me to say that, the words that they like to use for DEI is correct. And the way that they like to put the talk about it, it's all 100% incorrect. But these people who work in the DEI federal department, they will be having to look for new jobs. And most of them are probably white. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see no one lose their jobs. But on day one, he comes in and fires a whole bunch of people. How does that help the economy? How does that help anybody get better if he's firing everyone? He's just fired. He's firing everybody. So all these people are going to have to look for new jobs. And this is not helping an economy. This is the reason why he lost jobs the first time, because of his tariffs, because he's firing everybody, because he's pressuring companies to fire people. Mm-hmm. So withdrawing from the WHO and citizenship changes.
Yeah, I mean.
On the international front, Trump has returned to his vendetta against the World Health Organization. He's mad at them because of COVID. By signing an order to withdraw the U.S. entirely, experts are calling this decision catastrophic for global health and national security.
And he's right. They're right. It is a national security. It's a global catastrophic. This is a catastrophe. In the comment section, we have Christopher McLeod. He said that they should take away the lifetime medical coverage that every senator and congressman gets, even if they only serve one term. And I agree. Because if we got to pay for our health insurance, they should have to pay for theirs too, no matter if they're in Congress or not. Then they would understand and see what we got to go through as normal people.
Yep, that's real, man. Let's read another one. Put that up for Tony right there. There won't go up two more. That one. Yeah, you can't take any pushback. You're just reading ones that agree with you. Foolishness. DEI is for lowering the standards for anybody who is not particular color.
Tony Ed don't know what he's talking about.
Tony, you need to go back to school, bro. DEI, again, for the 45th time, it is just making sure that everyone has an opportunity. If you don't have the work experience, if you don't have the education to do the job, you won't be hired. It doesn't matter what color you are. It's all DEI is saying. As long as you have the education and the merit, you can get the job.
Logan says DEI makes more opportunities for groups of people, but it is presented differently on social media.
Yeah.
That could be a reason why so many people think DEI equals black.
Mm-hmm.
Brown jobs, black jobs.
Right. Right. When we all know, like I said earlier, the person who gets the most benefits from DEI is white women. That's who benefit from it the most. Because you have to understand that women are also being discriminated against. You know, they make less per hour. Even white women are making less than the men. So everyone is being discriminated against except white men, who these are the people who are hiring this putting this fear of DEI out the most is the white men. Because they don't want to see minorities and women make it. They'll rather see them struggling.
And they want women to be barefoot pregnant in the house, home cooking. That's all. They just want us to be sitting at home.
Man.
They don't want us to be active members of society. They want us to do what the men tell us to do.
Man, dude. Tony, dog, you're a real dude. Actually, Green Gordon, I've heard that Brave Bishop called a DEI. How the hell are you a DEI bishop? Dude, you gotta earn these, but just like they motherfuckers said Kamala was DEI. This lady went to school all these years to become a lawyer. She wins to be a public defender, and then the attorney for the area, the district attorney. She wins these things. She's voted in to be a senator. They still calling her DEI. Like, dude, we can't do. There's nothing black people. If she is DEI, then we ain't shit. Straight up, bro. This lady who didn't went to school all these years has won and became a senator, and they still like, oh, look at this DEI hire. Like, dog, what? She has all these qualifications. That's why we know it's racism. Because y'all don't care about the qualifications. You just see a person's face. And just like the fire over there in California, and they were calling the lady because she was gay, she was DEI. Mm-hmm. You think that the job asked her gender and what sexuality she was? Because you know that's against the law, right? You can't ask a person their sexuality while you're hiring them. You can't say, hey, are you gay? Yeah, I am. You're hired. That's against the fucking law. Like, dude, I don't understand, man. These people are so fucking dumb.
Chuck Lasher said Donald Trump doesn't even know what DEI means.
He does not.
He doesn't.
I 100% fucking agree. He doesn't. He's just listening to these morons on fucking line. Fucking morons, man. And they want to, man, dude, I'm telling you.
Thank you, Green Gordon, for loving this stream.
Man, dog. They don't like it. They don't like to see females do anything. And I love what the lady said, the bishop said. She's told him exact right. Mm-hmm. And she told him with a tone of niceness.
Concern.
And she was being so nice. And they still went online and attacked this lady. Yep. She was like, please, Donald Trump, be nice to the people. A lot of people were scared. Oh, fuck this lady. The whole MAGA just started attacking her. Like, dude, y'all have no fucking morals. Y'all are a piece of shit group of people, man. You can attack this lady just because she asked you to give some sympathy for people. That should let y'all know where y'all party is at. Man, make the NFL and the NBA.
That's why I just
50%
laughed.
too.
That's why I just laughed.
Well, Mr. AJ, maybe if white people played better basketball,
and better football,
they can make the team. And come on, man, you're talking about sports. Sports is 100% based on your fucking athletic abilities. You know, nepotism is the number one way of hiring in this country. And you know who benefits the most from nepotism? White men. You want to talk about that? You know, I know you want to talk about the NFL and the NBA. These are fucking athletic situations. You don't have to pass a test. You just got to run faster than the dude next to you.
You just got to be able to beat the next person. That's all.
Biden, what did he say? And Biden has morals. You see Biden's. Yes, we know Biden said some things about racial jungle when they were busing people, but Biden has never put in any racist laws. Biden has never been putting in things to make sure that black people don't get hired.
Green Gordon,
Trump did, and you don't mind
Christian
that.
mercy, and they called her the devil.
Yeah, right, man. Somebody was like, "Man, please just be cool, be cool," and they like, "Oh my, be cool." What?
There is no way, there's no way that people can call themselves Christian, spiritual, religious, or any of the above if they're saying trans is wrong, bi is anything.
Right.
If they're saying that only white people are best at this, you're not Christian.
No, man.
If you're downing the next person or the next group of people because of who they are and what they decide to do with their life, you're not Christian. You are the devil, like Trump.
Yeah, man. It's hard to agree with people who do not follow Jesus. They love to talk about
who are
religion.
In the church every Sunday, every time the church doors open, you got your little butt planted in one of them seats, and then you want to have a nerve to say something about somebody else and what they doing.
Right.
I thought the Bible said, what's the golden rule? Treat others how you want to be treated, right?
And that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. But y'all can't do that.
Yeah. It's tough, man. They said Michael Warren said Biden held up opportunities for people of color in the 70s and 80s. I'm going to disagree with you and Mr. Harris. Biden did not go anything near civil rights and to be against civil rights. He did have a sentence that he said that was kind of disgusting with the racial jungle shit, but the dude's history has not been against anything with rights for black people and minorities in this country. That's incorrect. Not 100% about athletic ability. It's also work ethic. You're right, because some people don't have the athletic ability and they have the intelligence to play well and they still make it in the league. You're right. Non-mobile quarterbacks in the NFL is about to go and stink. They going back to baseball. Hey, man. It is crazy to see the metamorphosis, to see so many black quarterbacks coming in, man. But like I say, man, sports is about what they're trying to do. And right now, you know, the black quarterback he's a little more mobile. He's not going to be in the same spot like some of the older quarterbacks were. So they are becoming the new trend. And if you look at college and the landscape of college, that's what you're seeing. And you know, it's dope that they're getting the opportunity. And everybody gets a chance to go for that spot, that quarterback spot, because back in the day, no black people were able to become quarterbacks. And now that we're playing it and we're playing it well, it shows you through all these years of racism and not giving black people the opportunity to be quarterbacks was all bullshit.
Yep.
All bullshit. And it was so many excuses. Oh, black people can't be quarterbacks. Oh, they can't think. They're not smart enough.
They can't do that.
Right.
It was always
some bullshit excuse why we needed to be discriminated against. But since that has changed and we see the black quarterback as a very, very good person, a very good player, now those things change. But for decades and centuries, they wanted to say that we couldn't play football. We couldn't play that position.
You're right. And then, there's also Trump's proclamation to end birthright citizenship
Mm-hmm.
for children born into the U.S. to non-U.S. citizen parents. Legal scholars argue that this is blatantly unconstitutional
Mm-hmm.
and that it's, from what I've
Oh my
seen,
God.
already 222 states
Mm-hmm.
have already sued to block this proclamation.
Yep. Yep.
But the damage it could cause in the meantime is unimaginable. So let's just take it here. All of the H-1B visa users that are in the country,
Yeah.
they are not citizens.
No.
But if they come to America on this H-1B visa and they have a child while in America on this H-1B visa, that child, according to Trump, will not be an American citizen.
That is scary, man. That
I
right.
wonder how they feeling now.
I mean, like I say, man, that's a bedrock of America. That's like one of the first things.
It was one of the first
Yeah,
things.
man.
It's in our amendments.
Man, dude, it's ridiculous to try to get rid of stuff like that. I mean, switch the cameras, bro.
It's ingrained.
You're not getting rid of that. It's going to take a lot. Every country in the world has gotten rid of birthright. Most countries didn't have birthright citizenship, Mr. Michael Warren. We were the only country in the world that had that. That's what made America special. We don't want to be like the other fucking countries. We're America. And if you're born in America, you're American. That's the way it's always been. Doesn't matter where you came from. All this racist shit that we're on nowadays is not helping anyone. That's real. You don't know what you're talking about, man. The reasons why people love to come to America is because we accept everyone. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. You are an American, and we don't make you feel like you're an outsider just because you came from somewhere else. That's the thing that people love about here. The people I work with that's from Europe, Greece, everything, that's what they talk about. How the people come here and they love that we are accepting, and they call you an American because you work here, you live here, and that doesn't matter where you're from. You're an American.
According to the Law Library of Congress and the Central Intelligence Agency, there are 33 countries in which migrants can go to. And if they have a child in that country, that child has birthright citizenship.
In 30 countries. That's
33 countries.
That's not a lot.
Including America.
That's not a lot, though.
It's not a lot.
Right, because there's many countries in the world.
We are not the only one that has birthright citizenship.
No, okay. That's good to learn. I thought we was like one of the only ones. But that's cool. Hey, as long as, it's only 30. That's not a lot.
33 countries.
That's not a lot. But, America is one of those places where you can come and you become American, man. And we love you regardless of where you're from. And we need to stop this hate, man. That's what made us strong. Because we was able to come together with other people, man. And you're an American, and we're not going to care about your religion or where you came from or what your background is. We're still going to love you as a person because you're here and you're trying to make our country move forward. That's what it's about. So mass pardons and deportations. In a move that's dividing the nation, Trump has pardoned or commuted the sentences of 1,500 individuals involved in the January 6th Capitol insurrections. Many of these individuals had barely served time. This is a slap in the face of the justice system and further deepens the country's division.
You're right. And he's also doubling down on his immigration policies, enacting mass deportations, halting entry for asylum seekers who don't provide extensive medical or criminal histories. Trump's new orders even revoke Biden's family reunification programs and asylum processing reforms, and he plans to build new detention centers while cutting funding for sanctuary cities.
So he's trying to hijack funding to make California put in voter ID laws. He wants to, because California never votes for him, so he hates California. So he wants to make them suffer because they don't vote for him. What kind of shit is that, man? Like, this is America. It doesn't matter who you vote for. You're an American. You're still going to get treated well because Americans are down for each other. It doesn't matter if you're from Ohio or Mississippi or fucking Louisiana, we're still going to be with you, even though we might not agree with your politics.
Mhm.
If something happens to Louisiana, we're there for them. We're going to make sure that they're good. Now we got Republicans in here holding money, telling people you can't get your money because you're liberal. What is, man, come on. This is the division that I'll be talking about. How are you bringing the country together with shit like this? Calling them Governor Newsom. Like, that's not helping, bro.
But
Then,
you see, he didn't say that to his face when
man,
he got there.
dude is a pussy, man. He's lame. When he got there and Newsom got in his face, bro didn't want to say none of that shit.
Pointed right in his chest like this.
Like, bro, what's up? And what did he do? Nothing. Say that shit you was saying online, punk. He ain't got nothing to say. Man, that dude is a coward, dog. He's a coward. He want to talk shit about people online, but when he get in his face, like, what's up, dog? What you got to say now? You've been doing a terrific job. Then get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You've been talking shit for fucking 2 weeks. Fuck out of here, man. Anyway, reversing Biden's drug pricing initiatives. Another one he did. Now let's talk about healthcare. Trump has started rolling back some of Biden's drug pricing policies, signaling a dangerous shift.
This is all while Biden's $35 cap and Medicare drug price negotiations remain intact. Trump has revoked an order that has directed the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Innovation to develop new pricing methods for high-cost therapies. These include dialysis, cancer treatments, and radiation treatments, things that are your life-saving medications and drugs.
Bro, I agree with you, Jim Keel. I don't know how they made the word woke a bad thing. Woke they've just straight up hijacked it. Woke used to be stay on your P's and Q's. Yep. That's all it meant. I stay woke. I stay on my P's and Q's. I know what's going on mentally. I'm not going to be sleeping on things. I'm going to be woke, because it used to be I'm sleep. I still say it, I'm sleep, because it's like when you're asleep, you don't know what's going on. So people say stay woke. Now that it turned into woke. That just for them means it's a black person or a gay person in it. Yep. It's woke. You know, they calling Captain America woke because the black dude is Captain America. It's woke. Like, what the fuck are you? Y'all don't even know what the fuck woke mean. Y'all are idiots. The words y'all are using, you have no clue what it means. And you just fucking use whatever some other dude online said. That's one thing about them, is they parrot everything. One fucker says it and they just go
Everybody
with it.
Says
Everybody says the same sentence. Oh, it's woke. Oh, it's victim mentality. That's what they all say. You're not saying anything new, Houston show. That's all y'all say. Victim mentality every time. And we're not being victims at all. We just don't want to be discriminated against. Nobody's saying we're fucking victims, but they love saying that shit. Victim mentality. If you look at the fucking politics of today, who are being the fucking victims? Who is hollering reverse racism on everything? Who is saying that they are being left behind? This is all about the white man being left behind, not the white woman, because they don't care about her just as much as they don't care about us.
Yep.
They are mad that things are changing for them, and they calling us victims because we don't want to be discriminated against or being put in piles. This shit is disgusting. One of these initiatives would have allowed states to pool resources to afford expensive cell and gene therapies, saving lives while avoiding unnecessary costs for ineffective treatments. The program was set to expand through February 2025, but its future hangs in the balance because Trump is an idiot.
Yep.
So closing thoughts. Go ahead.
It's clear. Trump is delivering on his promises, but at what cost? He's delivered pretty much everything that he promised on his campaign trail he said he was going to do. Mm-hmm. He has done it in his first week.
Yeah.
But these executive orders aren't just policy shifts.
Mm-hmm.
They're attacks on marginalized communities, public health, and even the Constitution itself.
This isn't just about politics as usual. It's a dangerous agenda that we need to call out and fight against. If you're as concerned as we are, stay informed, stay engaged, and make your voice heard. We are the resistance against this bullshit. We got to fight for this shit. I love all the people, the protests. Let's go. I wish that it wasn't like this, that at first that people would have paid more attention when Kamala was running, but we didn't. So now we have to be the resistance. We have to be the people that's fighting for the people that are marginalized, the people that's getting passed up. We got to fight for those people. We got to go out there and hold signs and say we will overcome. We can't give up. They think they won. They think that they just gonna X us out and now all DEI gone, so black people ain't gonna have any jobs. Nah, man, we still gonna be working. We ain't no fucking victims. We gonna make anything happen that we want to happen. Mm-hmm. We just sick of racists, and we're gonna fight against you until the day we're not here anymore.
Yep. You're right.
So, like, we're gonna continue to monitor these developments and bring you the latest updates with Habari Live, the voice of truth in a time of chaos. That's for real. Yep. All right, so we're gonna get into Elon Musk. We only got like 20 minutes left, so let's try to hurry up. And conservatives trying to gaslight the truth. Elon Musk, we all see him throw up his Nazi symbol, and everybody tried to make excuses for him. We got people trying to take up for him. Netanyahu. We had the ADL, the Defamation League. They were trying to take up for him. We had all these people trying to take up for this dude. When you watch a Nazi throw up their symbol, they hit their heart before they throw it up every time. So everybody, he was throwing his heart out. But that's the way they do that symbol. That's the way those haters do it. So to make excuses for this guy and try to act like that wasn't nothing, man, it's crazy. It is crazy. We've got to talk about the toxic stew of racism, hypocrisy, and gaslighting bubbling over in America. And it's the center of it once again, it's Elon Musk.
You're right. You're right. Musk, the CEO.
The Romans did it.
Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it now.
Mm-hmm.
He stirred up another controversy. This time, he's dragging Taylor Swift into his obsession with downplaying Nazism and spreading hate.
The man posted a picture on his he retweeted a doctored photo. Like, this dude is in the government and they still will spread misinformation. Like, dog, you know it's doctored. Everybody in your fucking comment section is telling you this is doctored, it's fake. It was a Taylor Swift from 2014 making it look like she was raising her arm in a Nazi salute. This isn't just lazy disinformation. It's deliberate and disgusting attempt to normalize hate. And let's be clear, Taylor had a microphone in that hand for most of her performance. And they gonna Photoshop it to make her look like she was throwing a hell. Like, what the fuck? And all the fans caught it immediately. Musk didn't care. He don't care. He think it's all a joke.
And that's because that's what he's all about. Distraction. Look at the links these people will go to protect their king.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk will twist reality, amplify Nazi rhetoric, and then turn around and laugh it off.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
just like when he gave that awkward salute at Trump's inauguration twice.
Yeah.
And then said, it wasn't that.
Right.
The Romans started it.
Right.
They did it.
Crazy shit. And it didn't stop there. After Musk made a Nazi-style salute during Trump's inauguration, the Anti-Defamation League, or the ADL, condemned him. The ADL called his so-called Nazi jokes unacceptable, pointing out that hate speech and neo-Nazi rhetoric are nothing to laugh about. And he kept millions of jokes he was kicking off. Go ahead.
They don't want hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
But they okay with free speech, which allows these people to go on their platforms and say all these racist things, all these hateful comments. But of course, Musk dismissed the backlash like he always does. Oh, frankly, they need better dirty tricks.
That's what he said.
He tweeted, brushing off the criticism with his trademark arrogance. When did we start living in a world where Nazi salutes are just a joke?
Exactly, Aisha. What's worse is who came to Musk's defense? Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Yes, the same man who calls himself the champion of the Jewish people had the audacity to call Musk a great friend of Israel.
A great friend,
Right,
Netanyahu.
right.
What are you doing?
Man, dude.
This
Switch it
man
up, bro.
has been accused of spreading Nazi imagery, amplifying hate speech, enabling white supremacist
Oh my
movements,
God.
and you're over here calling him a friend? This betrayal is on a global level, Damon. It's just
It's ridiculous.
astounding.
And this dude
to
talking
see
about,
this shit.
oh wait, the Nazis liberated a bunch of African countries from the UK. Oh man, y'all people are crazy. You sitting there taking up for the Nazis, bro? The Nazis ain't did nothing. I am power top. They haven't did anything for anybody. They killed a whole bunch of Jews. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Shut up, man. Oh, and let me see. Marco Silas, you lost. Get over it. Hey, bro, y'all cried for 4 years. I seen bumper stickers. Let's go, Brandon. Y'all blame gas prices, egg prices, the prices of Velcro. Y'all blame everything on Joe Biden.
Mhm.
You blew out your tire, Joe Biden's fault. Your wife left you, Joe Biden's fault. Your wife cheating on you, Joe Biden's fault. She fucked up breakfast, Joe Biden's fault. Y'all blame him for everything. And you think we're not going to blame Trump? You got it fucked up. We blame them for everything. I stubbed my toe tomorrow. It's fucking Trump's fault. Anything that happened in this country, it's Trump's America. Straight up, bro. I'm sick of y'all.
Yep.
For 4 years, man, we heard you motherfuckers say the same shit about everything. Oh, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Everything that happens from this day forward, this week forward, is fucking Trump's fault. And I ain't hearing that. I'm telling you. Anything that happens.
That includes this bird flu that's going around.
It's his fucking fault.
Eggs.
It's his fucking fault.
It's Trump's fault. He ain't did nothing about it.
So before we get to a comic book corner and a couple quick things, I'm gonna talk about this school shooting that happened in Nashville, man. I'm gonna run through this real fast if we can get out of here. Musk, Candace Owens, and hates ripple effect. The kid who shot up the school and I think it's Antioch, Nashville. Antioch, okay. The school shooter in Nashville, this man wrote a manifesto dripping with anti-black and anti-Semitic rhetoric. He praised the Goyim Defense League, a neo-Nazi white supremacist group. And get this, he credited Candace Owens as his inspiration.
Candace Owens?
Candace Owens.
A black woman who's made it her mission to gaslight her own community while giving cover to white supremacists? These conservatives have been screaming about reverse racism for years.
Right.
But we know what they really mean.
Mm-hmm.
They're using people like Owens as a tool while calling us slurs online every day.
Man, how Trump gonna make me rich? Well, y'all be saying anything. And let's not forget Musk's role in all of this. Since he turned Twitter into a personal free speech playground, hate speech has skyrocketed. Black users, women, LGBTQ plus folks were all seeing more abuse than ever. Musk says it's about free speech, but what it really is, Aisha, is freedom to fucking hate and to discriminate and talk bad about minorities.
Yep.
That's all it is.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
Right.
So let's go ahead and talk about corporate hypocrisy.
Right.
And some DEI rollbacks. While Musk is making excuses for hate, corporations like Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and even Amazon are bowing to the pressure of white supremacy by abandoning their DEI initiatives.
Yeah, man, and I am a lot of conservatives are celebrating. They're happy about this. They think that black people are getting a leg up above them by just being black and just coming into places and just, hey, I'm black. But we are seeing a lot of really racist outcomes from all this racism that's coming from the right now. We got people killing people. We got people, we got a black white supremacist. Dave Chappelle made that joke years ago, but it's not even funny anymore because people are for real doing this shit. They hate themselves so much because people like Candace Owens telling people how bad black people are every day. He hates himself. Dude looks in the mirror. He don't even want to see himself. He killed his own self because he don't want to be black. This is what they're doing to us, man. You people in my comment section talking shit about black people. This is what happens. These kids want to kill themselves. They don't even want to be black no more. Because we got Candace Owens out here screaming bullshit how bad it is to be a black person. Like, dog, the girl the other day came out and said that Juneteenth was a joke. This is the type shit she be on. Like, fuck this girl.
You right, Jim Keogh. They did say Project 2025 was fake news, and he went in there and did exactly everything that was on that docket.
Jim Keogh, you 100% right, my brother. He went up there and that they put 2025 as the playbook, and they running with it. And we were stupid enough to believe him say,
that's their playbook. Roll back, stoke fear, normalize hate. It's just sick.
It's sickening, man. All right, let's do the couple stories you got real fast.
Yeah, I mean, might as well just stay on topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump surveyed some disaster zones this week in California and North Carolina. And while he was in North Carolina yesterday, he said that he was considering getting rid of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, offering the latest sign of how he is weighing
switch it up, bro.
Sweeping changes to the nation's central organization for responding to disasters. Trump said that Hurricane Helene was one of the worst natural disasters in history during a roundtable discussion. And he also added that he had never seen so much water damage. This was just before he flew out to California.
Mm-hmm.
He did reiterate that he wanted to extract concessions from California.
Right.
And he said that he wants voters to show their ID when casting ballots.
Goodness.
And that he also wants California to release water from northern Sacramento.
Dumb as fuck, bro.
Prior to even getting any form of aid from the government for the wildfires.
The fact that he's holding this aid against California, man, to make sure that they align with him for them to get their help. Him talking about ending FEMA. FEMA helps a lot of people, man. Mm-hmm. When people don't have houses during these hurricanes, FEMA make temporary homes. FEMA does a lot. And they love to blame FEMA and make the blame and point. But if you want FEMA to be more efficient, make it that way. You don't have to fucking end FEMA. Make it more fucking efficient. If you're a good president, you always want to blame everybody else and tell them how fucking terrible they are. Do something to make it better.
Right.
Do something to make it better, bro. That's all you got to do. Just make it fucking better. Instead of fucking complaining, do something to make FEMA better. But he's not going to do that. He's just going to complain and talk shit about it and go on by his fucking life. Any more? That's it?
Yeah, there's more. The federal government is asking the court to dismiss a lawsuit that was filed by the family of Shanquilla Robinson. She's a Charlotte woman who died after being attacked on a 2022 vacation in Mexico.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Last year, the family filed the lawsuit against all of those vacationing with Robinson and the federal government, according to the law firm that is representing the family.
Mm-hmm.
The lawsuit came on the second anniversary of Shanquilla's death.
Mm.
And last year, the family filed this lawsuit against... this is what the attorney is saying. The attorney has said that the lawsuit accuses 6 people.
Right.
Who were vacationing with Shanquilla prior to her death. For the first time in public record, all 6 people who are being named by the law firm, Dejanay Jackson, Alyssa Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Khalil Koch, and Nazir Tyree Wiggin. They have all been dubbed as the Cabo 6. For those that are not aware, she is the woman that went viral for getting attacked in a video in a hotel room.
Mm-hmm. And she was found dead.
She was found
later
dead
with spinal and neck injuries.
Yes, a spinal and a neck injury is what the medical examiner ruled as the cause of death.
Mm-hmm.
In the video, you can see Dejanay Jackson
Right.
as the one that's beating her up,
Mm-hmm.
as doing all of this.
Okay.
They're saying that one of the other people that were in the room, they decided to call her boyfriend and on FaceTime and FaceTime the attack so he could watch it.
It's craziness.
2 of the 6 people, Dejanay Jackson and Khalil Koch,
Right.
have allegedly gone. When they returned back to the States from their vacation, they went to her mother and gave her mother back all of her belongings that she took with her on the trip,
Mm-hmm.
and then expressed condolences and told her that she passed away from alcohol poisoning, which we now know is a lie.
Right. So number one thing is none of these people are being charged right now.
None of them have been charged. No one has been arrested. And now the FBI and the state are
dropping
saying
the cases.
the FBI has already closed the case, saying that they didn't have enough evidence.
Wow.
But the family is saying that they had the evidence. All they had to do was go through Shanquilla's phone, which was turned over to them. But they haven't done anything.
That's sad, man. That is very sad. Let's go ahead and switch it up, bro. Let's get up out of here, man. That's really sad. I hope that they find something for this girl, man. It was a really sad video. We don't want to see murderers get away. I don't give a fuck who you are, what your background is. You should go to jail for what you're doing. That's just trash. So let's get into real fast, before we go to sports. We're sure that we are boycotting, and I hope all other Black people are boycotting all companies that have dropped DE&I initiatives. Walmart, Amazon, all those people, man. Target. We're boycotting, and we will be boycotting these companies and doing everything we can to make sure other people are boycotting all these companies.
Yep. And I was disheartened to see Target roll back their
DE&I, man,
because they were such a large retailer that were at the forefront of having Black business owners in their store. Yeah,
man. Target, they really was promoting, helping Black businesses get startups, and for them to roll that back, man, was really tough. Was a lot of Black people were finally starting to get their ways into stores and trying to get their products in stores. It's something that's hard for Black people to get, and Target was allowing people to do that, and now they're rolling it all back, and it's really sad. And I just want to say fuck Target, for real. But let's get up out of here. I'm gonna talk about some sports real fast. The Suns, I think we won 3 in a row, but we are still in the discussion of trying to get Jimmy Butler over here to the Suns. It's just the team is just I think we need one or two more parts. We're gonna see. We got Nurkic, we got Beal, we have Bo, and we have a couple of people that we can get rid of. So we're gonna see, man. I like talking about sports because we can't. The fights of politics is we gotta switch it up sometime. But today we're diving into the topics that lighten up the NBA trade rumor mill. Jimmy Butler to the Phoenix Suns. Can it happen? Let's try to make it happen, man. The Suns are in a tough spot, sitting 10th in the Western Conference with a mediocre 20-21 record. They're struggling to keep their championship hopes alive. Kevin Durant, the cornerstone player, is nearing the twilight of his legendary career, and the team has already mortgaged its future by trading away control of all of its first-round picks to 30-31. So why is Jimmy Butler the rumored savior for this franchise? Butler, a proven two-way star with a history of stepping up in big moments, could bring the grit, leadership, and play experience the Suns need. And hey, run the Habari Sports thing, man. I forgot.
Habari Sports.
Man, it's going to bring the playoff experience the Suns desperately need, but let's not forget the Suns situation is anything but simple. Earlier this week, Phoenix made a calculated move, sending their 2031 undrafted first-round pick to Utah in exchange for 3 future first-round picks. The message they're stacking up trade assets, likely to entice Miami to make a deal for Butler. But here's the catch. Phoenix has no wiggle room. Under the NBA apron rules, the Suns can't take back more salary than they send out, nor can they package multiple contracts to match Butler's $45 million cap hit. It's going to take some serious financial gymnastics to get this deal pulled off. And speaking of drama, Butler hasn't exactly been a saint in Miami. Lately, he's been suspended twice this month alone, most recently for missing a team flight to Milwaukee. This follows a 7-game suspension early in January. The Heat seem to be losing patience with its star, but would they actually part ways with him? We don't know. That's the million-dollar question. Adding fuel to the fire, Butler was spotted wearing Suns-colored sneakers during warm-ups before Miami's game against Portland on Monday. So, coincidence, or is Jimmy dropping hints? If the Suns fail to land Jimmy Butler by the trade deadline, though, their outlook becomes even blinker. They're in a win-now mode, but without significant upgrades, it's hard to see them making a deep playoff run. Here's the thing, that this isn't just about Jimmy Butler's skill set. It's about the timing. If the Suns miss their window to pair Durant and Booker with their third star, it could set back the franchise for years. So what do you think, Habari Nation? Should the Suns roll the dice on Jimmy Butler, even with all the risk and complexities involved? Or is it time to face harsh reality and start thinking about the long term? Let us know in the comments or give us a call with your thoughts. We really, really appreciate it. Either way, it's going to be a long, wild ride as the trade deadline approaches. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated with all the latest developments. And last here, let's go ahead and do this comic book corner stuff, man, real quick. Run it.
Comic Book Corner, sponsored by.
Today we're tackling a hot topic that's in debate again. What am I talking about? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner, your one-stop destination for all things superhero, supervillain, and everything in between. Today we've got some web-slinging news that's sure to excite fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's right, your favorite friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is about to drop on Disney Plus, and we got all the details on the release schedule and what to expect, man.
You're right. This is not just another Spider-Man story. The series is canon to the MCU, but with a twist that's got us tingling with excitement. Instead of Tony Stark mentioning Peter Parker, we're diving into an alternative universe where Norman Osborn, yes, the Green Goblin himself, takes on the role of Peter's mentor. And if you know about anything about Norman Osborn, you already know that this partnership is bound to go horribly wrong.
Yeah, man. The series promised to explore Peter Parker's origin story and his early days as Spider-Man, but with a darker, more complex twist. We're talking about a fresh take that's got fans buzzing.
I mean, let's go ahead and talk about this release schedule, right? Because it's a little unconventional. Episodes 1 and 2 will drop together on January 29th. And then things will start rolling quickly with multiple episodes dropping on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So here's our full breakdown. Like I said, we're getting episodes 1 and 2, January 29th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get episodes 3, 4, and 5, February 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get episodes 6, 7, and 8 on February 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final 2 episodes, 8 and 9, or 9 and 10, excuse me, those episodes will air on February 19th.
Yeah, so it's a whirlwind schedule, which means, switch it up, bro, which means you'll need to clear your Sundays to binge watch Peter Parker's every day swinging through the alternate New York City. It should be really good, man.
I mean, you're right. And if, like we said earlier, if those of you that may be wondering where you can watch this, check out Disney Plus. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe so you can watch your Spider-Man.
Oh my God. JD Baker, put that comment up there, man. Look at this idiot shit, man. This is the dumb shit that we have to see. Yeah, all this shit is straight out of a comic book. This Peter is white, so we hate him. So we love Peter Parker. Peter Parker is the shit, man. I grew up with Peter Parker. I like Miles Morales too. I know you guys don't like that because he was switched to a black person. So, that pisses you off. And the black people in Harry Osborn turning him black. I know y'all mad about that, you the Trump voters. But you know what? Fuck y'all. We don't care. So let's do John White. Let's comment. We need to talk about saving ourselves, pooling our money. We are not going to change racism. Stop talking about the problem and let's be about a solution. I agree, brother. But you can't. We definitely have to pool ourselves, our money together, and we have to do things to be more cognizant of what's going on in the black community, and building for the black community can be successful without these people and all these corporations that will so quickly turn our back on us. You're right. And we have to do more in our communities to build things to make sure that we are going into the future and we are building the wealth that will make our kids happy, and we don't have to depend on these folks. I 100% agree, man. But that does not mean that we don't have to point out some of the racism that's coming from the top. Now, you could do two things at the same time. We can also pool our money together and still talking about the racism that we are experiencing and the racism that others are putting out. And we still could build our things and make sure that we are headed for the top. I appreciate your comment, John White. That was very, very smart comment. And I agree, bro. We need to do more. But we just pointing fingers at people who are racist is not going to change our problems. We have to have plans to fix things ourselves. You're right. And I 100% agree. But we cannot just ignore racism and act like the racists aren't an issue and the way people are being treated aren't an issue, because that's also something that we can fight against. People should be treated fairly, and it shouldn't matter what color you are to get that treatment. So to build for the future, definitely, I'm 100% with it. But to ignore racism and act like it's not happening, or just go on with our life skipping around like fucking Smurfs, that's not going on. We're going to say something and we're going to fight it, because it shouldn't be here. We're not racist against them. Why should we have to deal with racism against us? Now, it's the end of the day's show, man. We really appreciate everybody that commented it, even the Trump voters. We appreciate you guys. And we appreciate you people staying tuned, and get out there, man. Get out there, make your voice heard. Make sure that the people know where you stand, and that people understand what you think is important. Make your voice heard, because these people that are racist, that hate you and hate everything about you, they're doing it. They're making sure that their voices are getting heard. They're making sure that the problems, the things that they see are problems, they're all on the same accord. All of them are screaming DEI sucks. We're not even talking about it like that. We're not even putting in the time to make sure that people know what we are doing. Democrats as a whole, we need to figure out where our spine lays. We need to figure out where our people, our leaders are. And I agree with someone said this week, we need to talk straight to the people instead of talking in these ways that some people can't even understand what's going on or what's being said. The Democratic Party has to be more accountable, hold people accountable for what they've done, and they has to be make accountable for what they are doing. Biden said when he went out, I have to do something more. I have to say something more about what I did. Yes, Biden, you do. It's okay to say, I did this. You see what Trump does? He don't even have to do this shit. He's going to take credit. Yeah. Like Democrats have to take credit for what they do. They have to take credit for what they're standing for. We're going to keep losing as a party if we don't align ourselves together. Now, I'm the resistance right now, and we're trying to bring together the Democratic Party. We want our podcasts and our shows and our people to come together. If you're a podcaster and you're for the liberal agenda, we want to connect with you. All of our shit should be together. You see why they killing us? They're killing us because they're together. All of their people parrot the same shit over and over. They know the talking points because every podcast is saying the same shit. Every Fox News show is saying the same shit. Democrats aren't doing that. We're all over the place. And until we change that, we're going to have less and less strength as a party. Let's have a spine. Let's get together. Let's fight. We got 4 years of crap that we got to fight. This is the first week, and it's going to get worse. So all my brothers and people out there, man, I appreciate y'all. But let's get it, man. We got to build this. We got to build something that's better. Because we was able to, people really thought that Kamala was the lesser of two evils. We got to get more information out. We got to get to blue sky because Twitter is taking over. And we got to make blue sky that liberal place where everybody can come in and feel like they're welcome. And we can talk about the things that we care about. And we can make sure that the agendas that we give a fuck about are going forward. So we'll see you guys next week, man. We appreciate everybody. Let's go to the last comment. What he's got to say. I don't understand this site. You are trying to report the news. Is this what this is? I will never come back here again. You are not qualified to speak for us. Thank you, Mr. John White. I appreciate you, bro. I really liked your first comment. I'm going to tell you like this, my brother. You don't know anything about me. You don't know what the fuck my qualifications are. I can have an opinion. We are a news site company. We report the news, but I also have an opinion about what goes on in the news. We have a lot of journalists that work for our that write for our website, and they say their opinions. So for you to say I am not qualified to have an opinion, Mr. John White, is crazy. And for you to be black and tell me I'm not qualified to speak for us. I'm black. I can speak for whoever the fuck I want to. Just like how your opinion, when you said what you want, my brother, I said your opinion. That's your opinion. You can have the qualifications to speak your fucking opinion. You don't know what my qualifications are. You sound like one of these DUI motherfuckers. The fuck off my page. Fuck you. Straight up, man. I don't like you motherfuckers. Don't come back. Bye. Like, fuck you, man. I don't like you motherfuckers, man. You motherfuckers think y'all better than somebody because your opinion. My opinion is just as valid as yours, John White. You're no better than me. Period. And you don't know what my fucking qualifications are. You're not qualified to fucking speak. That's how you think. I'm all over the place. Well, I talked about sports and fucking comics and politics. That's my show. That's what we talk about. Sports, comics, politics, the news for the weeks. Do you have a problem with that? Do you have a problem with that? You can go the fuck away and don't come back. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Greg Gordon. We appreciate you watching, bro, and appreciate everybody that's a part of it. All these people, man, when it's a black face, even black people don't want to fucking give you love. And he talking about we should be building initiatives for black people, and then gonna turn around the next statement and go and turn and put a knife in the back of a black man. Like, damn, bro. This is the reason why we never get shit done. This is the reason why Trump isn't the fucking president, because brothers like this probably voted for Trump. Then on here talking about I'm not qualified. Like, man, dude, I'm qualified to have an opinion because I'm an American. And every American has an opinion. I'm qualified because I'm a journalist. You don't know that, but you don't know anything about me. You just come on here and see a black face. Shut the fuck up, bro. All right, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate you too, Green Gordon. I hope everybody has a great week, man. And do better, be better.
Holla, holla.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.